Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Cause. Welcome, one and all, to another edition of Hitman's Context. Where for this episode, we are going through the the predictions for Fastlane this Sunday. Um, I'll be honest, man. I think this might be one hell of an event, man. And honestly, I'm not just saying that just to sound like your typical WWE announcer and whatnot. I actually think that this event might might be might be everything it's lived up for. And ladies and gentlemen, I did not come alone in this endeavor. I want y'all to welcome the humble man Gary. Gary, welcome to the show.
Yes, my boy Raheem Cuz Payton. What's good? What's good? It's great to be on your show again. Thank you for always having me. You know I'm always down to do this whenever. What's good, my guy?
Ain't shit, man. It's a hell of a pay per view coming up, man.
So hell yeah, tomorrow's Fastlane, the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. Yes, sir.
Man, and I actually can't believe some of the matches that's gonna actually come on the card. Let's go over them.
Neither could I.
But first off, we have Riddle defending his U.S. title against Mustafa Ali.
That's right. What I think is gonna happen, I think, first off, is it okay if I give you my take, or were you gonna say something before I said something? I'm
No,
sorry.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
My take is what's gonna happen is I say Riddle is gonna somehow end up retaining, or somehow Mustafa May Ali pull over this one. But I more see Riddle retaining it. Honestly speaking, I don't think they're gonna let him lose it that quick. I mean, he's on a good run with it right now, of course. But and then this is gonna lead to Retribution's breakup or what have you. Who I really thought was gonna get it from Riddle. And I thought Riddle was gonna lose it quick. They were gonna let him lose it to MVP, seeing as how her business is tripping in gold. But as you can see, not all of them are tripping in gold anymore. Only one person is as of right now.
Yeah. Honestly, if they do pull the trigger and give it to Mustafa Ali, then I say that that Retribution is gonna play a hand into him winning the title.
Yes, that is correct. I feel that same exact way too. That way to keep them as a group together, whatever. Seeing as how Mustafa Ali's upset at them, saying that they've been failing him, I say that more than likely they're probably gonna end up giving him a helping hand, but when the referee's down or some sort of distraction or something.
Yeah, absolutely. And also this in turn is will still make Matt Riddle look strong.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It would.
Then the next up the card is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins.
Oh, honestly, I gotta watch SmackDown. I missed it last night, but honestly speaking, it's tough to say who's gonna win that one because both of them are great talent. But I know, more than likely, I think it's probably gonna be a great match.
Yeah. There's no doubt it's gonna be a great match, but unfortunately, I really don't see. I'm really not invested in this whole uh thing Seth Rollins has going. Uh,
The host Seth Rollins.
at least not now. Something needs to happen for me to get invested in it. Like I don't know what, but something. Because him just demanding respect is just like the typical thing that heels do.
That is correct.
Well,
That's what I think as well.
but you know, it is what it is.
Right, that is correct.
Um, then we have this next match that uh, where Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax defend their women's tag team titles against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
What I think's gonna happen, the match should be good, but all of this is building up to, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks' match at WrestleMania, which I think is going to be a great match, I think. But another thing is, too, I think something's going to happen. I think no more than likely, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to end up retaining, and then we're going to see like a fight break out between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, all leading up to that match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I feel you. Part of me feels that like sometime during the match, Sasha's gonna bail on Bianca. Either that, or Reginald's gonna interfere.
I was just thinking about Reginald.
Yeah, cause like personally, I think Sasha turning on Bianca would make more sense, just to add more fuel to the fire for their upcoming match.
Right, that is the truth. That is correct. That too. That could happen as well.
And also, to me, it would make no sense for them to win the titles, especially for Sasha, because there's no need for her. There's no need for her or anyone or anyone at this point to be a double champion.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. Now, we're moving on. We have Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a Knowles Bard match. And I'll tell you what, if anything shows from the match they had, I think it was either last week or 2 weeks ago. That match is gonna be brutal, and I mean brutal. Did you see the scars on their back?
Yes, sir.
Freaking that they took. Oh my, freaking! I think it was after they hit each other with Singapore canes and whatnot. Yo, that shit. Oh my, that I can honestly, it reminds me of when Seth Rollins and Murphy beat the shit out of Dominic with Singapore canes, and he had all those welts on him.
Yeah, that reminded me of that too. I saw the scars. Jesus Christ, that was crazy.
Yeah. But I tell you what, man, given how hard a hitters both of these dudes are, man, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them gets busted open.
Same here.
But I hope they don't do what they used to do back then and stop and stop the match to close the wound, because that ruins the match.
You mean Sheamus and Drew McIntyre?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I think that match is gonna be crazy. And I think Drew McIntyre is gonna be the one winning it. That way he could focus on Bobby Lashley, because he did what he did by taking out on Revenge on Miz Monday, and then he goes to Sheamus and Bobby Lashley. He did take care of both of them Monday, but now he's got I want Drew McIntyre to win too. I love both Drew and Sheamus, but I want Drew to win so that we can focus and get his belt back.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I've been hearing this way too much of people saying that Sheamus is getting buried in his feud with Drew McIntyre, when people fail to realize Sheamus is a 4-time WWE champion compared to Drew, who's only won the title twice. Like people seem to have forgotten that. I know it's been a long time since he's held the title, but he's won it 4 times.
Right.
And on top of that, he even won a title in the first 2 weeks of his existence on Monday Night Raw. People seem to forget that too.
Right. Exactly.
Like, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind seeing him win a few more matches uh, 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 um, against Drew, but this is mainly to build Drew up to be on par or better than Sheamus. This is to build him up further as a main event player.
And that sure is correct.
Nah,
That
but
sure is correct.
yeah,
That's to build him up, of course, and to get the belt, get back the belt.
yeah. You know, moving on. This one is very interesting. Like I've been pretty invested in this. Big E, he defends his IC title against Apollo Crews. First
I'm
off,
invested.
let me say this, and because I've been wanting this for the longest. Finally, Apollo Crews has character. Finally, because so many times back then, I've always believed in him, but I could never get behind him because he had no gimmick. Like as a face, he was a great he was good in the ring and everything, but he had no gimmick.
That is correct.
And you know you can't. It's hard to get behind a person who doesn't have a gimmick.
Yep, that too. It is. It really is hard to get somebody. Hard to get behind someone that has a gimmick. That is the truth.
And like I'm not saying it to like be like I ain't with him because like I've always supported him. It's just I can't I can't like back him as far as doing anything productive or progressive because I've seen no reason to, but now with this whole him embracing his heritage and his roots and the accent, freaking this is what we need. This is what we've been desiring from Apollo Crews for the longest.
Yep, that's what we need from his character. You are truly correct about that. We really need that from him.
Yeah. And with that being said, mainly because of his gimmick change, I think he should win the title.
Yeah, I think he should win the title as well. Or I think Big E should retain it because I love Big E. I've been a fan of Big E since his Dolph Ziggler days. You understand? So I would like him to retain it or for Apollo to get it because Apollo is great talent. And I truly agree with you. Him having character now, it was really great.
Yeah.
That's something that needed to been had. That was something long in the making. That's something that really needed to happen.
Yeah.
He has a lot of potential and talent, but they were somewhat wasting it a little bit. And the thing with WWE is they let great talent go to waste. And that's really insane for both the men and women. And they need to wake up and realize that there are people that are talents, but they are given the talents they can't now, but there's others along with them that need that chance and opportunity.
Yep. And and don't get me wrong, man. I love Big E, man. He's absolutely great. That's why I'm so torn about this match, because I wouldn't mind Big E retaining, but at the same time, I see the opportunity with Apollo winning.
Right.
But we'll see this Sunday.
Yep, we shall see tomorrow.
All right. Then we have Roman Reigns defending the Universal title against Daniel Bryan, and I know you didn't watch SmackDown, but Edge is going to be its special guest enforcer.
I had that feeling, even though I didn't see it, it is quite obvious. Even if someone's seen SmackDown or not, it's quite obvious to know that Edge would have been the special enforcer. Now let me get. Oh, you want to say something before I give my take? It was about to, or?
Nah, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go through my take on this. This is probably everybody's take, but I can only speak for myself. I don't know about everybody else. So I can speak for myself for right now. There's probably a rumor about it too. Even if a rumor didn't come out about it or whatever, the prediction would have happened, especially since Daniel Bryan's in it. I have a feeling something's going to turn out ridiculous tomorrow, and then WrestleMania is going to end up being a triple threat match.
You know,
especially since Daniel Bryan is into it now.
I'm honestly fearing that's what I was fearing, because I don't want a triple threat match. I just wanted a singles match. But yeah, I was thinking that there was going to be shenanigans. What I was thinking was that in the closer moments of the match, Daniel Bryan was gonna set up for the knee plus, and then as soon as he runs for the knee, Edge spears him.
Right.
And if not that, then what I was thinking was that either Roman or Daniel Bryan will knock out Edge, and while he's knocked out, either Jey Uso or a returning Jimmy Uso, still waiting for him to come back, because I'm pretty sure he's cleared by now. But
right.
So yeah, either Jey or returning Jimmy Uso will interfere, and they'll they'll aid Roman Reigns in the match.
Right. That's right. I could think. Honestly, I agree with you 2,000%. As a matter of fact, I could agree that what you predict is going to happen, that could be one of the things that may happen tomorrow. Because it's being said that Jimmy Uso could return anytime. I don't know if you read that rumor, but that's one of the things possibly to happen.
Yeah, and yeah.
That's what I think.
And then that's gonna allow Daniel Bryan to stake a claim in getting another title shot, which then will turn the match into a triple threat match.
Right, that too. That could happen as well.
Speaking, and actually, before we go to the last match, I don't know if you saw among the rumors, but this dude Vince Russo said that this match would not believe that Edge versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania would not be a believable match unless Roman wins the match in 10 seconds.
Yes, I did see that.
Like, of all the ridiculous things that he said, this had to be the most idiotic. Like if there's three people in the business who I either can't stand or can't take seriously, he's one of them.
No, I got you perfectly. That's I understand you perfectly. Some things about Vince Russo, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's insane? I never got to tell you. I met him years ago. At an independent wrestling show.
Well.
Yep, I met him.
Well, hey.
Honestly speaking, I understand some things he should say, some things he shouldn't really say, some things he should have better opinions on. But he is the man behind the Attitude Era. But still, say better things. Let's get opinions. Because honestly speaking, because it possibly going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania for the triple threat. Honestly speaking, Edge and Roman will be a great match. But honestly, I was saying, I don't know if they're going to let Edge beat him, because seeing as how Roman's character right now, they're trying to keep him strong or whatever. It's being said Edge is probably going to win the belt, but it being a triple threat will probably be like, I want it to be one-on-one as well. I don't know if they're going to make it a triple threat, but it's interesting now if they're going to make it a triple threat, because if Edge does win, if he does, what they're going to do is let Edge pin Daniel Bryan, seeing that's how they don't want to let Roman look weak. They're not going to let Edge pin him. As we know, the champion doesn't have to get pinned, but they don't want Roman to look weak or what have you. So then if that triple threat match indeed does happen, they're not going to let Edge pin Roman. They let him pin Daniel Bryan because they wanted to keep Roman Reigns strong, especially with his character right now. They don't want to make him look weak.
True. Well, and
Right.
then you know, um, the final match, you know, and this one definitely raises the biggest questions. Freaking, oh man, oh man, oh man, this, wow, this is crazy. Oh man, Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton in the first ever intergender match in I think 5 years.
That's right.
Is it 5 years or 4 years? Because if you remember, the last one, no, uh, freaking Sasha Banks faced off against Reginald, so yeah, that counts. So never mind. But yeah, Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. Man, but I'll tell you what. Ever since um he set the Fiend on fire, Alexa has been torturing his ass so badly. Like every chance she got, she has put a curse on him.
That is crazy.
Yep.
That really is crazy. Honestly speaking, that this rivalry has been going on. The storyline is really interesting and great. Honestly speaking.
Absolutely, man. And I've been loving the curse that she keeps putting on him.
Right.
And it like just keeps making him throw up this black liquid.
Oh yeah, I enjoy it as well.
And like, go ahead.
Say it again.
No. Go ahead. You're about to say something.
Oh yeah, so I enjoy the storyline as well. It's very, 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 very interesting. Honestly speaking, this whole storyline, just letting them throw up the black liquid and all that, like that. That's really interesting to see, and leading up to Bray Wyatt coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think the Fiend will pop up anytime during the match?
I think he will.
Because I mean, personally, I think that only reason Orton is like agreeing to this match is so he could finally be rid of Alexa Bliss. Because I'm pretty sure that all of Alexa's interferences and at this point she has to be in his head. She has to be in his head at this point. That he has to be regretting ever setting the Fiend on fire. Because she, like I said, has been non-stop with the curse.
Right. That is correct. Honestly, because that more than likely has to happen. Like that is correct. That more than likely probably has to be what's done. Honestly, and this is an interesting storyline too. This is all leading up, and this being said, Bray Wyatt is supposed to come back with a whole new gimmick. What gimmick is that? We have no clue. That we got to tune into tomorrow night to see.
Also, I didn't think about this, but what if during the match, Alexa puts another curse on him where she controls his movements,
Yeah, exactly that too.
and then like next thing you know, he's on the ground, unable to move, and then she's able to pin him easily.
Yeah, exactly that too.
Because like I didn't think about that until now.
Right.
Because like she's been at it freaking with all these with all these curses and whatnot. Who's to say that you won't uh that you won't put a curse on him during the match.
Right, that could happen as well. That could happen too.
Well, man, well, I'll tell you what. The whole carded period definitely has a lot of questions going into it, and there probably gonna be a lot of questions afterwards. But, uh, but you know, yeah, it's all is what's making this build to what should be a good contest. At least I hope.
Same here.
But you know, that's gonna be the end of this show. I wanna thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. I wanna thank you, especially the humble man Gary, for for lending your voice once again, kicking your wrestling knowledge along with me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, man. All the time, anytime. I'm down whenever to do it all the time. You know that. You got my math and all that. You got my other links and all them kind of things. So, of course, I'm always down to spit my wrestling knowledge along with you, man, because, it's interesting. Glad to be talking to other great wrestling fans like myself, man. You're one of my friends as well, along with being a wrestling fan. So, it's great to always do that, man.
Yep. Always a pleasure having you, man.
Always a pleasure, my man. Thanks again. Let's do this again.
Not a problem.
Let's do this for WrestleMania and NXT TakeOver.
Absolutely, we will.
Yes, sir, my man.
Yep. Peace.
Peace.
And as for you guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, comment if you feel like it, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And until next time, I am the Hitman Cause by way of Struggle Vision Productions, and I'm out. Peace.